Anything yet? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right, Con. I'll be rolling up. Good. Good. Yeah, we good now. But I don't hear music no more. Let me see. Yeah, we good now, I think. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's locky. Shalom, shalom. Let me try to figure this out so we can go ahead and get this rolling. Let me know if you can hear the music. I don't hear nothing. Anything. Let me see. Yeah, you can hear me? Yeah, yeah. No, it's all good. Let me see something. this. All right, Con. I think I'm good, man. I don't know. Good? Good? All right, this is how we're going to do it. All right. All right. So let's disappear. Just let me know when the screen disappear, man. Pop the shot. All right, Con. There we go. If you can hear the music, and you can hear me, just drop a con. If you can hear the music and you can hear me, Baba Kashar, could you drop a con? Music and me? All right, con. I'm going to take that as a yeah. All right, Shalom. All honor, praise, and glory be to Yahweh by Shemal Shah, Wahakadash Wakad. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone who will will. Peace and blessings to the brothers, the faithful elect, those slated to be saved from the destruction foretold and promised to America and to all its wicked inhabitants hereof. And primarily America, man. You know what I'm saying? And to all our different parts of the globe as well. All right. Now, those slated to be saved, being none other than the Israelites, consisting of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the men teaching the truth, and the men and women across the four corners of the globe. But as I said, primarily here, but also across the four corners of the globe, and the men, women, and children have turned back to their heritage and are in this faith, the faith of Yahweh Shemiah Shah, according to their works. So we getting into it. You see the title. We pull it back up. Well, I got it right here. Salakia. The title is Us versus Them. And it's pretty much, I don't know, I was just sitting here trying to get this figured out, you know what I'm saying, this whole little StreamYard crap or whatever. And I'm like, okay, what, you know, the spirit just jumped on me, okay, I'm gonna do a lesson. And I'm just thinking about, I had this one I was gonna do, but I'm gonna save it for another time. And then it hit me like this. Because pretty much the one I was gonna do was regarding Esau, you know what I'm saying, and him being red and all that. But then it made me think of the flag, you know what I'm saying? It made me think of this damn flag right here, man. And I was like, damn, I low key can go into it like this. So pretty much by the spirit, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the origins of this flag, man. And low key, if you pay attention to really how it's put together, it's a wage of war, because these elites know what's going on, and they have known this entire time. You see what I'm saying? And that's seen by this flag, because simply when you go into, let me see, when you go into the design of the flag, it was created by a man named Robert G. Heft. And it came about June 14th, 1777. And it's seen as, before I go even further, it's seen now as a flag with red stripes, white stripes, and 50 stars, right? But how it started originally was just 13 stars representing the 13 colonies. Now, when you go into that word colonies, it says, I'm gonna read what they say right here, right? 13 colonies. It says the 13 colonies, also known as the 13 British colonies. So I say all the time by the Spirit that this place is being ran, America is being ran by Europe. You see what I'm saying? And that's where you got the Rothschilds at. You see what I'm saying? That's where you got a lot of the elite banking families at. And you're going to see my point in just a second, but it says the 13 colonies, also known as the 13 British colonies or the 13 American colonies. You see that? It says we're a group of colonies of Great Britain on the Atlantic coast of North America, founded in the 17th and 18th century. And all a century is 100 years. So this is the 17th 100 years. So this is where you get 1700 from. The 1800 year will be another 100 years that had passed. So now they will be in the 1800s. So they saying that the 13 colonies thing was set up from pretty much a bunch of British people that deploy here. You see what I'm saying? To the what we now know as the place of America, and which was a place that, the Northern Kingdom, the Northern Kingdom, who are today known the Northern Kingdom of Israel, right? The Northern Kingdom Israelites, due to the split that happened between the nation of Israel, and when they went on to become the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom, but the Northern Kingdom being today known as so-called Latinos and Native American Indians. Those people set across the sea, and they came to America. And this is talked about in the scriptures. Let's get it real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 13, and we're going to jump down to the 40th verse. All right. Now it says, now this is going into when Yahushua came back. All right. But we're going to start at verse 40. It says, 2nd Ezra 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Osea, or it's a correct way you pronounce this name, but it's cool. In the time of Osea the king, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land. And that's what happened to the Northern Kingdom, because when you go into the times of Yahushua, when he was in Jerusalem walking, the Northern Kingdom was gone already due to this captivity. So after the Assyrian captivity, they went to, it's going to go on to tell you, it says, but they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So after they, the Lord allowed them to serve their bid under Assyria, because the Northern Kingdom was going off completely. They pretty much, the Lord put them out of his sight, as he said. See if I can get that. Sight. And I'm going to get back to the point in just a second. You see that? This is Jeremiah 7 and 15. It says, and I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim. You see what I'm saying? And Ephraim is the head. You see what I'm saying? So when you get that word Ephraim, when you see that word Ephraim after a certain part in the scriptures, because the book is a history book, Salakia. It's talking about the northern kingdom. And it's going to tell you right here in the book of Psalms. This is Psalms. Yep, this is Psalm 60 and 70. Salaki, Psalm 60 and 7. It says, Gilead is mine and Manasseh is mine. Ephraim also is the strength of mine head. You see, Judah is my lawgiver. And this is, seen in, so it's just that simple. So Ephraim is the head tribe pretty much of the northern kingdom. So the Lord just, he acknowledges the northern kingdom as Ephraim. And I can get another scripture proving that real quick. This is in the book of Obadiah, Joseph, and then we're going to get back to the point. It's in the book of Obadiah. Yep. And the house of Jacob, Obadiah 1:18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. You see what I'm saying? It says, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them. Now, who did Joseph come from? I mean, Joseph is not a tribe. You see what I'm saying? It says, in the house of Esau for a stubble, and they shall kindle and devour them, and there shall not be any of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Now, I'm going to show you this real quick, and then we go ahead and go back. This is Genesis, I believe, in the 49th chapter. See it? Here you go. This is Genesis 40. I'm gonna start at Genesis 48 and 1. It says, and it came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. So Manasseh and Ephraim became pretty much the tribes to make up for their father, because we don't have a tribe called Joseph. But Joseph is one of the 12 brothers. But since he had two sons, Jacob went on to bless both of them, and they pretty much became known as the half tribes or whatever. But that's how you get Manasseh as being a tribe in Ephraim. They represent Joseph. But you see what I'm saying? So when you see Ephraim, you're really seeing, when you see Joseph, you're really seeing Ephraim. And when you're seeing Ephraim, you're really seeing the northern kingdom, if you're following along. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say in the house of Joseph. So it's talking about the entire northern kingdom, because we just read in Psalms 60 and 7, Gilead is mine and Manasseh is mine. Ephraim also is the strength of mine head. Judah is my lawgiver, because Judah represents the southern kingdom and Ephraim represents the northern kingdom. Now, going back, this is 2nd Ezra 13 and 40. It says, those are the 10 tribes, which is the northern kingdom, which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osea the king, who Salmanazar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters. And so they came into another land, but they took this counsel among themselves, talking about the northern kingdom, Ephraim, if you will. You see, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So what is real quick, watch this. The scripture said the northern kingdom Israelites did that. The 10 tribes did that, right? They went to a place where nobody ever dwelt. But we got taught, they teach you in secular history about the new world. See that? So it was a place on earth at a point in time nobody ever dwelt. Because Esau even confirms this. You see, the new world refers to the Western Hemisphere, especially the Americas. So where do these people go, man? Where did the northern kingdom go? You know what I'm saying? And it's just that simple. Now, it says, but they took this counsel among themselves. Once again, the 10 tribes, verse 40. It says that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statues, which they never kept in their own land, because the northern kingdom was completely out of, like the Lord said, out the Lord's sight, meaning they wasn't in his holy land where he places his name, man. It says, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river, For the Most High then shewed signs for them, because he was still with them, you see. And in a certain way it says, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For yet for through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Asareth. And I'll bring out some information on this. Asareth is 100% America, man, and the fake Jews know that. Listen, it says, then dwelt they there until the latter time. What's the latter time, man? You see what I'm saying? That's the end of the world. It says, and now when they shall begin to come, you see what I'm saying? So they're gonna be here until the end of they're gonna be in that land that no man had ever dwelt until the end of the world, man. Now, with that being said, when you go back into this 13 colonies, it says the 13 colonies, and the 13 colonies comes from this. See that? So that's why you got this flag like this. You got 13 stars on here, man. You see? All right. Now, going back to like, it says the 13 colonies. That's what those stars represent. It says also known as the 13 British colonies or the 13 American colonies were a group of colonies of Great Britain on the Atlantic coast of North America, founded in the 17th and 18th century, which declared independence in 1776 and formed the United States of America. Really, what they overlapping is that they came to the New World, the Western Hemisphere, where the Northern Kingdom was at. You see what I'm saying? And they conquered them. A bunch of damn British people came from Europe. A bunch of so-called white people came from the region known as Europe. You see what I'm saying? And they conquered the people that were here. And who are the people? And this was in a place nobody ever dwelt. That's why once again, it's known as the New World. You see, the New World refers to the Western Hemisphere, especially the Americas. After the European, see that, age of discovery, beginning in the early 16th century. You see that? The indigenous peoples of the Americas are the pre-Columbian, before European contact. You see that? And who's from Europe, man? Those goddamn British. Great. Salaki. So the Great Britain, which we used to rule, you see what I'm saying? This is what Judah was ruling for a certain period of time, because King James was ruling over Great Britain, Ireland, the Wales, and France. You see what I'm saying? And that all those places together is known as the UK, but it's a country in Europe. See that? So when they took us out of power there, after the blacks ruled Europe, you see what I'm saying? Esau was coming back into power. You see what I'm saying? Which is talked about here. In fact, we can get it here. In the book of Revelation. All right. So it says, Salaki, bear with me. I think that's 17. Loose. No, matter of fact, that's Revelation. What's that? 12. So much prison. It's a lot. Okay, fine. 20 and 7. It's a lot. It says, you jump to the chapter real quick. I'm gonna start at 1. And it says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon. You see what I'm saying? And that dragon is, the devil, the same serpent. You see, look, that old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. You see what I'm saying? Now, who is that devil, that serpent? What color is these people? Let's put in something real quick. Let's try something real quick. Dragon. What color is this dragon? See? Red. 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 See that? You can't make this up. So the Lord wants that to be known, man. All right. Now, going back, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Now, this is when you can go do your own research on that, because I understand the point. But this is when, Esau, as they say, went into the caves, and pretty much this is just simply, according to facts, true history, when so-called blacks were ruling Europe, the Southern Kingdom. You see what I'm saying? And after we fell, when they was putting different saints to death, King James had a bunch of attempts on his life. This one, Esau was coming back up in power, the so-called white man. So they reconquered Europe, in other words. And after they reconquered Europe, what the hell did they do? You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should see the nations no more till the 1,000 years be filled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. And that during that whole year, during that whole 1,000 years, the truth was out. You see what I'm saying? That's why when you open the 1611 of the KJV Bible, it's a letter from King James. You see what I'm saying? But then when Satan was on his way back up, the so-called white man, that's when everything got changed, man. You see what I'm saying? And they reconquered Europe. You see, pretty much after the Roman Empire fell. And then when we took over so-called blacks, the Southern Kingdom, when we was ruling during the medieval times, Middle Ages, the dark ages, same thing, right? That's what's known as the Holy Roman Empire. And after that fell, that's due to Esau coming back up in power. And where is all this happening at? In Europe. You see what I'm saying? So blacks did rule Europe. But when Esau was on his way back up and reconquered it, he reconquered Europe, and then he set out on a conquest. Because our people, the Northern Kingdom, they already over here. So this is during that rise of their power. So the 13 colonies, it says the 13 colonies, also known as 13 British colonies or the 13 American colonies, were a group of colonies of Great Britain. You see that? We just went into that's Europe. So these are so-called Europeans. It says, and who are so-called Europeans? Just regular so-called white people. Now, all so-called white people actually white? No, they're the Edomites. We know that. On the Atlantic coast of North America, founded in the 17th and 18th century, was declared independence in 1776 and formed the United States of America. Now, simply all that's saying is pretty much you had a bunch of them so-called Europeans, Edomites, that pretty much reconquered Europe, and they broke off and they set out to conquer the New World. You see what I'm saying? And that was a place that the Northern Kingdom Israelites were already dwelling, because they was just taking us down over there already. That's why you got Latinos, Native American Indians being conquered by Spaniards, and you got because that's the regions they was coming from, Spain, but nonetheless the Europe region. And then you got the Southern Kingdom, so-called blacks, that were conquered by the British cavalry. You see what I'm saying? And that's because we were right there with them. You see what I'm saying? Because when you look on the map, just to prove that point, when you look on the map, Spain is closer to America, and Europe is closer to where the so-called blacks was at. And who was in America? See that? Who was in America? The Northern Kingdom. That's Spain, the green. And then you got Europe in this region. You know what I'm saying? That's Europe. Damn near all this, because that's Russia up here, but this is Europe. You know what I'm saying? This is where we was ruling. So these same people from in this scale, right, who branched out over here to Russia as well, but they came here after they conquered all of this, where we was at. And then you had our people who was here. You see what I'm saying? On a further level. But, you know, nonetheless, that's what happened, man. All right? Now, going back into this, let me see where we at. Go back real quick. Now, to show you what the hell is going on, because this title, once again, is what? Us versus them. It says USA red, white, and blue flags. Flag origins. You just heard it. Which is ultimately a battle between the elite and the elect. But let's build up to that first. Now, to show you something real quick, right? What does colonies mean? Because we just went into how all those, the flag, pretty much, when you look at this flag, you're looking at things that represent things. You see what I'm saying? From these so-called white people. It started off like this with 13 colonies. What is a colony? A country or area under the full or partial political control of another country. So if America flag started like this, you see, it was declared by 13 colonies to become this place known as America today. It was declared by these 13 colonies to be now considered all the way from that point up until now as the United States of America. You see what I'm saying? Really, all they did was break off from the rest of the damn so-called white people they was with, and they set up their own thing over here. A batch of so-called white people broke up from a bigger batch of so-called white people, and they came here. That's where you get the whole thing about them declaring their independence. You see what I'm saying? But they were all what? So-called Europeans. They were all the same people. Now, when you further look into this definition, right, it is a group of people of one nationality. See that? Or ethnic group living in a foreign country, foreign city, Slovakia, or country. You see that? So a bunch of them, a mass of one people broke up and came to another place that they was not from at all, and they conquered it. You see what I'm saying? They completely conquered it, and that's in the scriptures. This is Micah 2:1, and it reads, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence." You see? And you know what's spiritual about it, right? I think I dropped it already. They called this place the New World, right? I'm gonna keep that up. New World. It go even further. So what was considered the New World? As we know, the Western Hemisphere and all that, America primarily, where the indigenous people they even admitting were at first, right? Now, upon further discernment, read this one more time. It says, verse 2, Micah 2:2, "And they covet fields and take them by violence." Now, a field, yeah, it's just a land, it's just a place, But also, when you go into Matthew, the 13th chapter, and you jump down to the 35th verse, it reads, actually the 38th verse, it says, the field is the world. What did they call the place? The new world. What does this scripture say? It says, and they covet fields, meaning worlds, you see, and take them by violence, telling on themselves. That's the new world. See that? Matthew 13 and 38. The field is the world, and the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. You see? So it says, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. You see? So this is going into our situation, the Israelites, man. Now, who's doing this? The so-called white people. You see what I'm saying? Who are actually just the Edomites. Now, going back to colonies, you reread this definition again, and you look at this flag again, what is it telling you? What should you think now? Well, a country or area under the full or partial political control of another country, which is true, because the 13 colonies is nothing more than 13 people, I guess, cliques of the same people that came from one place. You see what I'm saying? That was already dominating. That's Europe. You see what I'm saying? To claim state, aka wage war for their own benefit by whatever means, by the means of violence. You see what I'm saying? And that place was what? Europe. So next time you look at this flag, what are you looking at? You're looking at Europe. So Europe runs, according to this, Europe runs America, man. You see what I'm saying? Now, 13 people, 13 cliques of the same people help set this up. To keep this simple, you ever heard of the 13 bloodlines? You got 13 bloodlines. You see that? It says the royal family of 1066 until today. Matter of fact, because it's a book that you can get, but it's going into the elite bankers, man. See that? It says bloodlines of the Illuminati. John Jacob Astor was born in Waldorf Duchy, Baden, Germany. See that? It says from a Jewish bloodline. The Jewish origins, I'm just want to get a simple one. See, the royal family. Because they done pretty much hid this stuff, man. Yeah, the Council of 13. It says it's a conspiracy theory popularized by a man named Fritz Arts Springmeyer Salaki about an alleged ruling body composed of 13. So now, that's it. So when we say that the elites are ruling America, this should 100% be clear to you, man. When you look at that flag, just in the sense of the stars, why do you think they changed it to 50 states? You see what I'm saying? The Lord said this was going to happen, man. This is in the book of Psalms, in the 64th chapter. We're going to jump down to verse 8. And it reads, it says, so they shall make their own. You know, I'm gonna start at 4. Psalm 68, 64 and 4. That they, and then who is the they? Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. What is an insurrection? What does insurrection mean? A violent, see there it is, a violent uprising against an authority or government. And who's the authority? The authority will be the people who are already running the place that you want to take over. You see that? So they counseled on that, man. And then they did it by guile, because they came over here speaking to Jake. They had a Hebrew translator with them. But all this was set up by 13 people, man. You see what I'm saying? 13, these were set up by the 13 families, man. You see what I'm saying? The elites. To this day, Europeans, man. This is real. It says, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows. You see that? Even bitter words. Let's get something real quick. Woo, look at that. Look at that. They've been there what? See that? That's an automatic bow, man. This is an automatic bow. That's all that is. It ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Pequot War, man. You know? But anyway, let's get a couple more. Go back. You know, but the Lord made all this clear, man. See that? Look at those bows. By some dudes and some skirts. You know what I'm saying? Get a little more. See? They bend their tongues like, you see? Look how they came over here to Jake. Talking. And when they weren't talking, they were doing what? Let's get a good one. They were bending that bow, and there go that flag, man. I don't know why these pictures want to be small. See that? That ain't even, that's not even the right one. It's locked. But yeah, man, you get the picture. You know, you just look that up on your own, man. They bend them bows, man. Yeah, you know. So anyway, it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who's the perfect? The perfect is Jake. Because when you go look up Jake, Jake was perfect. You know what I'm saying? These are the people of Esau, so-called Native American Indians, so-called Latinos, and so-called blacks, Negroes. They are the people of Jacob. You know what I'm saying? So this is Jacob and Esau from the beginning. These are the traits they got. This is Genesis 25 and 27, and it reads. It says, "And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter." Matter of fact, let's jump up real quick. This is verse 25, and the first came out red. You see, all over. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 24. It says, "And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold." You know what? I'm gonna just have to go into this real quick. Salaki, by the Spirit. It's Genesis 25 and 21. "And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated for her of him, Salaki. And Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her." Let's get that word struggle. You go into the word struggle, it says to crush, oppress. You see what I'm saying? So they hated each other, man. That's what the Lord is saying, to break down, break in. To break in pieces, to dash one another, to struggle together. You know, they outright hated each other. It was just embedded in them to be like that. You know, this is all the way in the womb, man. You see, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one shall be stronger. See, separated. Let's get separated. Let's get separated. Divide. You see, divided. See that? Make a division. You know, break in pieces, dispersing. They just not supposed to be with each other, man. That's all it's saying. And it says, Salaki, all right, con. So it says, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Now, when you go into manner, let's get manner. You get the word, shanyum, in combination with others, a dual number. So duality, man. You know what I'm saying? Dualistic. You know what I'm saying? Yup. Dualistic, man. In an unusual manner. Yeah, so keep going. And it says, and when her days, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and there were twins in her womb. So it was 2 children. You see what I'm saying? 2 nations, 2 opposing nations that hate each other. It says in the first, so this the oldest came out red. So this would be the servant to the younger. He came out what? Came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. You know what I'm saying? Now, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. He probably kicked him one last time before he came out. You see what I'm saying? It's an outright embedded hate in their spirit. You see what I'm saying? So they was fighting to get out of the womb. You see what I'm saying? It says that was a reminder on Esau's tail, man. Jake grabbed his foot, his heel. That represented the pulling down of Esau. That represented the end of Esau. Jacob will be the end of Esau. Thus you know we're at the end, because Jacob is once more. You see what I'm saying? So now that Jacob is here, Esau got to go. You see that? And it says, and his name was called Jacob. And these elites know this. And Isaac was 80 years when she bare them. Now listen, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Now when you go into the word plain, what do you get? Perfect. So when you go back here, this is Psalms, this is Psalm 64 and 4. I'm going to start at 2 and jump to 4. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So the secret counsel of the wicked, these are a group of people that get together and plot. It says, verse 4, that they may seek in secret at the perfect. You see that? That's Esau versus Jacob. Suddenly, though, they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in the private manner. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But God, the Most High, Heavenly Father, shall shoot at them with an arrow, and suddenly shall they be wounded, so that they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So that's what happened with this. They told on themselves. So that's why they had to eventually, I believe, change this flag to this. You see what I'm saying? Because if it started off as 13 colonies, well, this is talking about 50 states. You see what I'm saying? When it's talking about colonies, it's not talking about places. It's talking about a people. Because when you look up the word colony, they'll be like, well, it was just 13 states. That's a damn lie. You see what I'm saying? That's they lying, man. They're 100% lying. These people are lying. It was a group. It was people, man. A colony is a group of people of one nationality. So if it's 13 colonies, they was just clicked up. You see? Branches of a tree. Of what tree? The wicked tree. You see what I'm saying? The tree in the midst. You know what I'm saying? And they know this, man. They know this. These people know this, man. These elites know this. So now when you look at this damn flag, you should think the 13 families. You know what I'm saying? Council of 13. You see? The name of the ruling body of various fictional villainous species, such as, nah, man. That's going into them damn elite bankers, man. So they get on here and they edit this shit, man. That's what they do. See what we can find real quick. See that? The Astor bloodline, the Buddy bloodline, the Collins bloodline, the DuPonts, the Jacob. Look, the Jacob is. These niggas is some fucking thieves, man. You see what I'm saying? This is Revelation 2 and 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord, it was so imperative for him to say that, he had to say it again. This is Revelation 3 and 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. You see what I'm saying? So these mugs, man, let me find this damn thing. See that? So you got who the Jacob is, man, imposters. You see that? Anyway, fifth family, the Freeman bloodline, the Kennedy bloodline, the Lee bloodline, the Onassis bloodline, the Reynolds, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers before them, and all these families related. Once again, they're all of the same people. So what do they have in common? Common knowledge as well. The Russell bloodline, which is why they all get together. This is the oligarchy. You see what I'm saying? And you got the Merovingian bloodline. And you also have, you got the Krupps. And that's why, brothers say about the spirit, they added more bloodlines. You got the Disney bloodline, that's 16. You got the McDonald bloodline. You got the Astor bloodline. And you just keep going. So yeah, man, you can look into this, man. See that? And this the same dude that they said is he crazy. And I guarantee, I ain't gonna say all that right now because I don't wanna, throw nobody off. But anyway, so they try to delete this shit any damn way. But this old information stuff been out, man. It ain't old, but nobody take it serious. It's old though. It's been out. I put like that. It says, yeah. So that's it, man. So we done went through that, and that's pretty much it. So that's how it started, and they covered it up with the 50 stars. Now the next thing with this, it says the flag came about on June 14th, 1777. That's the Declaration of Independence year. You see what I'm saying? Which is July 4th. It says when Congress, and guess what? They already had conquered America, and they already had enslaved Slovakia, the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom, because so-called blacks were still in slavery for 86 more years, man. 86 more years. So the 4th of July is not for Jake, but Jake bugged out. Don't know this because they keep this away. They make you stand up and pledge to a flag that was it's a sign against you, which we're gonna end on. It says when Congress, that's that council, passed the first of three major flag acts. The first act stated that the flag of the U.S. shall consist of 13 alternating stripes of red. What does red symbolize, man? Blood, man. You see what I'm saying? On white, you see, on white, with 13 white stars on a blue field forming a new constellation. See that? So that's all going, they just telling on themselves, man, because they ain't think the Lord was going to get his spirit and have this stuff revealed, man. That's this right here. That's Revelation. This is Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, which is where you get this at. Because it's the same, it's on the same damn thing, man. You know what I'm saying? The Hegelian dialectic, man. It's like two opposing forces, but it's all for it's all of one purpose. You see what I'm saying? So that's where you get the ordo ab chaos. You get all that set up for one purpose. So it's all the same. If you get they create the chaos and then they come with the resolution. All for the one. So they both go together. So that's that. But the Hegelian dialectic is also seen simply in the form of when you're seeing the red versus the blue, the Republican versus the Democratic, that's what the Lord is talking about right here, man. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake. See, he had two horns like a lamb. You see that? So the two horns is on what? One thing. See that? But they seem like they opposing each other, but it's about one thing. You see what I'm saying? It says, and he spake. So, yeah, you got the Democratic Party and you got the Republican Party, but all of it is in favor of white supremacy, so-called Edomite supremacy. You see what I'm saying? Jake, how can you be a Democratic and then you got Jake's being Republican just to put another damn Edomite in office? You see what I'm saying? It's bullshit, bro. And then he appeared as a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. You see what I'm saying? Because he wasn't really a lamb. Thus, faking their identity again. Because who are the lambs? The lambs are sheep. The sheep are who? This Israel. You see what I'm saying? They're pretending to be us. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said he come for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Go ahead and grab that real quick. This is Jeremiah 50, and jump down to 17th verse, I believe. It says, Israel is a scattered sheep. What is a baby sheep? A lamb. See that? The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria. That's it. See that? It says, have devoured him. That's the northern kingdom. That's what happened to their ass. And last, the Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon. Who was in that captivity? The southern kingdom. See that? The northern kingdom went to the Assyrian captivity, and the northern kingdom went into the Assyrian captivity, and the southern kingdom went into the Babylonian captivity, man. It says, and last, this Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon had broken his bones. Now, even though they're north and south, they're still the same thing. See that? Israel. That's why I started off as Israel. But then it lets you know it's talking about the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. The Lord gave us both captivities. You see what I'm saying? And this place is Babylon, the daughter of Babylon. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Lord said, therefore, thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel. You see what I'm saying? Even though we're northern kingdom and southern kingdom, we're still Israel. Just like, even though y'all say y'all Democrats and Republicans, y'all still Edomites that want Edomite supremacy. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land, as I have punished the king of Assyria. The niggas is no more, man. So that's what's about to happen to America. You see what I'm saying? And that's pretty much that, man. So these niggas is exposed, man. Make sure we don't went through everything. No. These niggas is 100% exposed. So when you see this red and blue, what is the red and blue talking about? That's where you get the Democratic and Republican Party. You see what I'm saying? Now, what about the white? So that red is talking about Esau, man. You see that? The 13 bloodlines of the red man, the 13 colonies. You see what I'm saying? 13. Now let's jump up real quick. Who is that white? Revelation 19 and 14. And the armies which were in heaven, you see what I'm saying? Now, who was that talking about? This is a good one. I could get this one. 1 Corinthians 15 and 48. As is the earthy, such are they that are earthy. You see that? And as is the heavenly, such are they that are heavenly. See that? Let me keep going. No, I'm gonna just go here. I'm gonna keep it simple. This is 1 Peter in the 3rd chapter. And we're gonna jump down to you know what? That's what I want. Yep, that's it. This is Philippians 3 and 20. It says, "For our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look." You see, we look for the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. And then there's one more I want to get. Yep, 2 Peter 3 and 11. Seeing then all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in holy conversations and godliness? It's talking about the heavens, man. You see what I'm saying? So for our conversation is in heaven. Then the Lord say do that. So it's talking about us. I'm going to get one more to back this up, and then I'm going to go back to the point. To show you who this is, what that white is representing, man. By the Spirit you can receive it. This is Matthew 6 and 20. I'm going to start at Salaki. I'm going to start at verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. See, for it is earthy, such are they that are earthy, and they that are heavenly are they that are heavenly. You see what I'm saying? So paraphrasing, but it says, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. The damn devil. It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. You see? So the Lord is telling us to mind heavenly things. Then we will become heavenly. It says, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. See that? So the Lord said, mind heavenly things, man. Because this critical that this is known. You know, this is Colossians 3 and 2. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. See that? Let's get one more. Go we can go all day on this. This is Job 36:3. I will fetch my knowledge from afar. What is afar? The heavens, man. And will ascribe my righteousness to my maker. What is afar, man? What is afar? This is Isaiah 55. And let's jump down to, it might be 6, but 8. Yep. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts. Ooh, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth. You see that? So are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So what did Elihu say? He said, I will fetch my knowledge from afar. See that? That's what he's talking about, man. So now when you go back to Revelation 12:12, it's actually talking about us. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens. You see what I'm saying? And ye that dwell in them. See that? So it's talking about us, man. Now, let me go ahead and jump back. Revelation 19:14. And the armies which were in heaven. Now, who is it? Now, let's get the army part real quick. I'm going to just get one scripture on that. This is 1 Timothy 4. It might be 2 and 4. It's a lot. 2 Timothy 2 and 4. It says, no man that warred, I'm going to start at 3. It says, therefore, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach, man. It says, no man that warred to tangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So who is that talking about? That's talking about the spiritual men. You see what I'm saying? The spiritual women and in this damn battle against the goddamn devil, man. That's so we this army, man. It says in Revelation 19:14, and the armies which were in heaven. You see what I'm saying? Because you either fighting for the devil or you fight for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, follow him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, man. You see, because yeah, it's talking about the angels, but we fellow laborers together. We're gonna put on that white raiment. You see what I'm saying? So you should see it a little bit. Let me come right back, man. So that's talking about us, man. That white is talking about us. You see? Give me 1 second. Salakia. See. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and close this out in a second. So you'll see in the description ways of war. But as I was just saying, when you go into that, it says in the armies which were in heaven, you see, follow him upon, see that, white horses clothed in fine linen, white and clean. This is for the holy. That white is for the holy, man. You see what I'm saying? See that? Now, real quick, verse 3, Revelation 3 and 5. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment. And I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. See that? So the angels ain't the only one wearing that white. These are the Israelites, man. See what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it, man. You know? This is Revelation 3 and 18. Let's get one more. It says, Salakia. It says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment. You see, and white raiment. You see that? That thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear. You see, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. Now, that's what that white represents. It represents pure. Head lack no ointment. You see what I'm saying? Whoo, man. So on the spiritual level, let me get Acts 1 and 10. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. So that's talking about angels. So next time we look at this flag, man, it says, the first act stated, the flag of the U.S. shall consist of 13 alternating stripes. So these damn bloodlines acting like they're us. You see what I'm saying? It says on white with 13 white stripes, going back to the 13 colonies, which is 100% talking about the damn Europeans that's actually still running this country to this day, that go back to the actual 13 bloodlines. And this even goes back to Rome, because when you get the Republican Party versus the Democratic Party, that's a concept from Rome. You see what I'm saying? Which was the patres or the patricians versus the plebeians. And guess what? They had a oligarchy, because patricians is abbreviated as patres in Latin, I believe, which is fathers. You see what I'm saying? Which are the top men from certain families, and they actually run everything. But they put out the illusion that everyone has a choice. But you only is of what they want, though. If I only want you to wear pink, blue, or green, and I'll be like, pick one. You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much it, man. So it ain't hard to tell, man. It's not hard to tell. See the evolution of old glory. See that? Look how these flags look, man. What is this talking about? And then they said the blue is the world. You see what I'm saying? The blue is the world. You know what I'm saying? They said the blue is the world. They took that over. And look what's the symbol on her, the eagle. You know what I'm saying? Obadiah 1 and 3. It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high. It says, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, see that? It says, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, you can't make this up, man. Hey, if you don't believe Yahweh, maybe Yahweh Shah peradventure give you, you know what I'm saying, faith. And if not, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. See that? So that's it, man. This is the pretty much the origins of this goddamn flag, man. So pretty much when you go into let's get one more definition real quick. Let's do this and I'm gonna close out. Flag. What is a flag? It's a piece of cloth or similar material, typically oblong or square, attachable by one edge to a pole or rope. It says, and used as the symbol or emblem of a country or institution, or as decoration during public festivities. It says mark, you see, an item for attention or treatment in a specified way. It says raise or throw a flag to indicate a breach of the rules. So that a flag is used to show rules. A flag is used to show identity, to mark, to bring attention to. But you got to be able to understand that code. So basically, the flag is a code, it's a sign, it's a signal. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna come back real quick because I didn't close this out exactly how I wanted to. So I got to get this verse real quick. This is 2 Corinthians. Nope. This is actually Ephesians. It might be in the 5th chapter. In fact, I think it's the 6th chapter. Yep, 6 and 11. It's that's it. It says make sure that's it. Yep. I'm gonna start at 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, because we're in a war. You see what I'm saying? That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And we know this is true because it tells us in Sirach 33 in the 12th verse, it says, I'm gonna start at 14. Yep, no, I'm gonna start at nope, I'm gonna start at man, this is beautiful. It says, I'm gonna start at 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of the earth. And much knowledge the Lord hath divided them, and made their ways diverse. You see what I'm saying? So that's that difference once again. The only people that got the Lord's ways and true knowledge declared unto them was the Israelites, our people, us. You see what I'm saying? And our opposition is the so-called white man. It says, some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified. You see, and set near himself. See that? But some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. Because Cain was said to be a vagabond, man. You see what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken. And that's Esau back in the spirit. It says, Cain is Esau back in the spirit. It says, as the clay is in who killed his brother Abel. You see what I'm saying? Who the Lord was dealing with. Because he accepted his sacrifice, but he didn't accept Cain's. See that? Because he didn't have the knowledge. It says, as the clay is in the potter's hand, you see that? To fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best. Whew, man. Let's see this real quick. This is Romans. This is Romans in the 9th chapter, and we're gonna jump down to the 11th verse. It says, "For the children being for this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, when Rebekah also have conceived by one, even by our father Isaac." It's the same situation, the barren. You see what I'm saying? And then Rebekah went through. She one who had Esau and Jacob. It says, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil. See that duality right there? That the purpose of God according to election might stand. And he just told us right here. He said, some of them, Ecclesiastes 33:12, some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified and set near himself, but some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. So when you go back now, it says that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. You see what I'm saying? It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. But jumping down to my point, to show you the link up, this is verse 20. It says, nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God, the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another? You make one vessel to put your food in out of that same clay. You make the other vessel to spit in and urinate in. You see what I'm saying? It says, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? You see, it says, what if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath, fitted to destruction? See that? So it says, verse 13, Sirach 33, it says, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best. So this talking about Esau and Jacob. See that? Good is set against evil, and life against death. You see that? Esau and Jacob. You see that? So is the godly against the sinner, Cain and Abel. See that? Esau and Jacob back in the reincarnation, and the sinner against the godly. You see? So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. He said the thing that has been is that which shall be, man. You see what I'm saying? Cain and Abel, Esau and Jacob, Edom versus Israel. You see what I'm saying? So what is this flag talking about, man? And these people know this, man. What is this damn flag talking about, man? Because they're the red, we're the white. Because the red is going into their bloodlines, but it's alternating. You see what I'm saying? It says alternating back and forth. The stripes alternate back and forth, but white don't represent y'all. Red does. White represents Jacob. And it just so happens y'all came and put this same flag, you see what I'm saying, in the same place that Jacob went. In the same places y'all was taking and conquering, Jacob was running. And these same people that was doing it was Esau. Come on, man. So that's it, man. You know, that's just what this comes down to. And we're of that army, as it says right here. It says, so they're the violent men, they're the wicked, they're the carnal. That's the elites. Ecclesiastes 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You see that? That's the only way Jake can fight, because because Esau got the physical carnal sword and more and a tons of, and he's mastered it to where he can pretty much morph it in different ways, form and fashion it in different ways, because that was his gift. See, that's the clay. You see that? It says, for we, that's a form of, you know, and then he thinks like that. He thinks he's the most high. The things he's been given, you can do what you want with it. Yahweh Shah said that out of his mouth. When they came to, pretty much they was asking him. Yep, that's it. Woo! Woo, that's it. It's Matthew 20 and 13. It says, oh man, woo, that's crazy. This is Matthew 20 and 13. But he answered one of them and said, friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst now thou agree with me for a penny? Take that thine is, and go thy way. I will give unto this last, even as unto thee. Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own? You see what I'm saying? Is thine eye evil because I am good? So there is the Lord. He says, is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own? You see, so Esau was given his gift. This nigga found the way to the sword. This nigga found the way to mold that thing. So that's why I say that, you know, that's you see that? That's that clay, man. You know, and he in his head, he understands that, you know, man has been given dominion on the earth. That nigga took it to the next level, man. You see what I'm saying? We're subservient to the Lord. Jacob, Esau, he's opposing him. You see? So anyway, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, Esau does, but against principalities, against powers. See that? So that's what this is going into, and against the rulers of the darkness of this world. And again, it says against spiritual wickedness in high places. You see that? Listen, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, the new world. See that? At this point, it says against spiritual wickedness in high places. So that's pretty much what this is going into. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too much more to say, man. It's just that simple. You know, this is 100% pretty much, I believe, by the Spirit to be going into you know, Jacob and Esau. You know, because a flag is see that? National flags are patriotic symbols with widely varied interpretations that include strong military associations because of their original and ongoing use for that purpose. This is a war. So this flag is a symbol of an act of war. You see, of a military. And that's Europe. That's the 13 colonies, and that's the 13 bloodlines. Those are the elites, the elite Edomites versus the elect, man. It's the elite versus the elect, man. Good set against evil. Who are they warring against? Us. They don't even want you to hold this flag a certain way, man. But it's all coming back down to Esau and Jacob, man. And these elites know that. So that's who we wrestle against. Principalities and people in higher places. I'm going to get this and I'm going to close out. This is Wisdom of Solomon. You be the judge after this, of this assessment. spiritual assessment. And I'm gonna grab this, man. Go ahead and grab this. This is 1 Corinthians 2:11. And it reads, Salaki. Yep. It says, what is this? 1 Corinthians 2:10. But the Most High hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. You see, which is the word. It says, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yeah, the deep things of the Most High. What man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of a man which is in him? Even so, the things of God knoweth no man, you see, but the Spirit of God. So everybody's up, you know what I'm saying, is pretty much, they're from the Creator, man. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord reveals these things pertaining to all his creations in the scriptures, man. How they get down, their points and purposes. You see? Anyway, it says, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of God. You see, that we may know the things that are freely given unto us. It says, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. Verse 15, he that is spiritual judgeth all things. See that? Yet he himself is judged of no man. So that's why I went into this, and I felt, it'd be edifying. So Lord willing, it has been. And this is Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. For the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. You see, we're going to jump down to the point. This is verse 4. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud. It shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, you see, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow, you see, that passeth away. And after our end, there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. This is what they at least discuss, man. You see? Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without, and his part of voluptuousness, let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. Woo, see that? For this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice. You see, let our strength be the law of justice. Man, it says, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. It says, therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. See that? Esau and Jacob, man. It says, and he is clean, contrary. You see, and he is clean, contrary. That opposes. That's like white versus black, man. You see that? That's red versus white, man. You see what I'm saying? That's Jacob versus Esau, man. It says, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy the transgressings of our education. Ooh, it says, he professed to have the knowledge of God. He calleth himself the child of the Lord. And ultimately, I'm gonna close out on that. He was made to reprove our thoughts. You see, good is set against evil, and evil against good. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men's. See that? It comes down to the elite versus the elect. It comes down to Jacob versus Esau. See that? His ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. he pronounced it the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that God is his father. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him and will deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may learn his meekness, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. It says, let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. As for the mysteries of God, they knew them not, neither hoped for they the wages of righteousness. And they got the other righteousness, the wages of sin, which is death. See that? Nor discern a reward for the blameless for blameless souls. For God created man to be immortal, and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Thus showing you that all men was not made in the image of the Lord, man. It says it's chosen man. See that? And that's Israel. It says, nevertheless, through envy of the devil, see that, came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. See that? And they that do hold of his side do find it. See that? So it's talking about the elite, man. Now, with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close out on this. So when you look at this flag next time, man, this is 100% talking about the elect versus the elite, man. It's talking about Esau versus Jacob. And on the higher level, that was talking about Yahushua. So that red represents those 13 colonies, which is 13 families, 13 cliques of the same nation that came from Europe, and set this as their mark of military. And the Lord told us this is a war. And those same so-called Europeans are the red people of the earth. Those are the Edomites. But they had the power to do this. So these 13 people, these 13 cliques, this flag goes back and represents the elite. You see what I'm saying? The elite bloodline, man. And the 13 stars confirmed it, which is why they switched it to 50. And then you got the blue with the red, which is their concept they employ on people, Hegelian dialectic. And then you got the white. You see what I'm saying? Which represents Jacob, the holiness. You see what I'm saying? That's why they put the white on there. So this flag is talking about us. But on a higher level, this flag is a wage of war, man. You see what I'm saying? It's an emblem of a perpetual war. Because the white is talking about Yahushua and the angels also. So that's who that's talking about. And these niggas know that, which is why they preparing with this. And we close out on this. See that? Space Force. They know what's coming on. They know what's going down, man. See what I'm saying? And the same colors is here. See that? War. That's what that flag represents. The elite are running America, man. And they're set against the perfect. That's why white is on this flag. But they're not the perfect. They're being counterfeits, and it's actually alluding to us. We'll see. So Lord willing, has been edifying. I'm gonna give all honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father in the name of His Son, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Amen. Till next time, I might come back later. Until next time, Shalom.